Welcome to this introduction on standard deviation. If you have ever been confused about the difference between variance and standard deviation, you are in the right place. Today, we are going to focus on one simple concept: why standard deviation is just the square root of variance, and more importantly, why that matters for understanding your data in its original units. Before we dive into the formulas, let's talk about variability. Variability describes how spread out a set of data is. On the left, we have low variability. The points are clustered tightly around the average. Think of this like the ages of students in a single classroom. Everyone is roughly the same age. On the right, we have high variability. The points are spread far apart. This is like the ages of random people in a park, ranging from toddlers to the elderly. We need a way to measure this spread with a single number. Enter variance. Variance is a common mathematical way to calculate this spread. It measures the average squared distance from the mean. The key word here is squared. To calculate it, we take the difference between each number and the average, and we square that difference. We do this to make all the negative numbers positive, so they don't cancel each other out. The result is called sigma squared. But there is a major problem with variance. Because we squared the differences, we also squared the units. If you are measuring distance in meters, your variance is in meters squared. That is an area, not a distance. If you are measuring money in dollars, variance gives you squared dollars. This makes the number very large and very hard to interpret intuitively. It simply doesn't match the reality of what you measured. This is where standard deviation comes to the rescue. The solution is incredibly simple. We just take the square root of the variance. By doing this, we undo the squaring we did earlier. Standard deviation, denoted by the symbols or sigma, brings our number back to the original units. It converts squared meters back into meters and squared dollars back into dollars. Here is the relationship in its purest mathematical form. Sigma, the standard deviation, equals the square root of sigma squared, the variance. It is a direct link. If you have the variance, you are just one button press on your calculator away from the standard deviation. This simple operation restores the scale of your data. Let's look at a real example with pizza delivery times. Suppose we have 5 deliveries averaging 30 minutes. If we calculate the spread using variance, we get 16 minutes squared. That number 16 doesn't make much intuitive sense. But if we take the square root of 16, we get 4. This represents the standard deviation. Now we can say, most pizzas arrive within plus or minus 4 minutes of the average. That is a statement anyone can understand. Here is what that looks like on a bell curve or normal distribution. The center line is our average, or mean. The standard deviation acts as a standardized ruler for measuring width. The dark blue area shows one standard deviation to the left and right. In a normal distribution, about 68% of all your data falls within this range. It gives us a clear visual boundary for what is considered normal versus what is an outlier. So why do we keep both? Variance is great for math. It is easier to use in complex algebraic proofs and advanced statistics. But standard deviation is for us humans. It tells a story. It allows us to compare the spread directly to the average because they share the same units. We can't add squared minutes to minutes, but we can add standard deviation minutes to average minutes to create meaningful ranges. To wrap up, remember these 3 points. 1. Variance measures spread but results in squared, confusing units. 2. Standard deviation is simply the square root of that variance. And 3. This step returns the measurement to its original units, making it the preferred tool for describing data to people. Thank you for watching, and I hope this clears up the mystery of the square root.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.